So I was connected to Kids in the Spotlight with this, I want to say a mentor. I live in the state of Arizona, and there's this wonderful program called Arizona Friends of Foster Care. And just one day, she shot me an email to this screenwriting competition last year, and I just went ahead and took it. And now I'm just in here and like really grateful to be it. This year, I just decided, you know what, I'll just see how it's like. And honestly, it was a very how do I explain it? It was the best decision that I've made because it really pushed me like it was very different from like kind of the college course screenwriting where it was just very like, oh, you could write. And with this program, the director, um, he was just always like pushing us to like write our best and just kind of always encouraging us and always having time for us. And it just felt like very good having that type of presence there. I think it was probably like halfway into my freshman year of college. I kind of realized the major that I wanted wasn't really what I really like wanted to do. But I always just grew up like watching movies and having just like giant DVD collection, whether that be like burned or like actual DVD copies. So movies were always just been a part of my life. And second semester of freshman year, I took this film course, and ever since then I haven't looked back. It just really opened my eyes to like this giant world of just creating stories. Every department has like a role in just crafting this world, and it's just like so amazing. I love it. For the longest time I loved Forrest Gump. I just kind of like that story. Just like how this one guy went through so many like crazy events in like the world, and it was just, I don't know, I always like looked up to that type of movie. But um yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of like the Star Wars. I love that type of world building. Sci-fi is great. Oh no, absolutely. Well, prior to the story, I did have like kind of a good gist of what I wanted to write about, but ultimately, like this program really helped me flesh out the story to like its end. But before, the story that I wrote about was like an event that happened in my life, so I was able to turn in like this experience that happened to me into like something I could put on a paper and submit to a contest, which I thought was pretty cool. I had a tough time finding out the ending. I didn't know what ending I wanted to do. I had like, I want to say the message of my story, but not the ending. And the program director was like very kind of helpful in helping us realize that it's not about the message, it's about the story. So made me kind of just see this great ending that I could do, and kind of I just followed through with it, and just expanded upon it. And yeah, I just had a big kind of like writer's block on like, okay, where do I take this? How do I end this? Like I know how it begins, I know the middle, but what do I do with the ending? For one thing, I think it's always been known that you have to have the ending, know what the ending is. So like now I know for sure it's like that is critical, because otherwise you're just going to be screaming at a computer for like the whole day. So definitely story is above all, a good story conveys its message. It was very like, it was, is exhilarating the right word? It was just like surreal. I've never really won in any type of kind of contest or even placed in that type of contest. So seeing my name, even from last year's competition, I was blown away that like, wait, my writing's actually getting somewhere. It's getting to a certain place. So it just gets my motivation and my energy to keep on going with this. It fuels it. It's great. Well, within the world of writing, I do hope to kind of expand upon like just my writing capabilities. I would love to just write my own also like indie films, but as well as just like work with any like television shows and just, I don't know, write a cool episode for a cool show or something like that. Honestly, I feel like with writing, I could take it to like a lot of places just because it's always in here. Whereas, like anything else film, you really have to get out there, and but yeah, no, I think I want to keep writing. I want to keep submitting to competitions, to contests. Like my first role on set was a first assistant director. And ever since then, I've been like on like school projects, of course, capstones and whatnot. But it's just been like a very great role to be in. I really get to see kind of like how it all plays out, how a good pre-production looks on set, and how a good schedule looks. So just like being in that production is like something I aspire, maybe even more so than being a writer. But yeah, so I just really want to make movies, I guess. Kids in the Spotlight, when I first heard of the program, and I guess the only interaction I've had with them was with through the screenwriting competition. I haven't gone out to like California, and I know they do projects and they bring foster care kids involved on set and all that great stuff. But yeah, my only really interaction was with the screenwriting program, and that has been a blast. That has been one of the biggest supports for me as a filmmaker in the foster care system. Just kind of like them motivating us to do not necessarily do better, but to really work on this craft and keep exploring our curiosities. On a national level, I think it's an amazing, amazing program. I'm currently a foster care advocate in the state of Arizona, so I've been involved with a lot of programs that aim to help kids in foster care, and this is like one of the best ones I've seen. That really just caters to the kid itself, and they make you feel a part of a family, and I think that is coming from a foster care stance is a speaks volumes. It's amazing. I think programs like these really get our creativity going. It doesn't stunt it. It doesn't tell us to like, okay, well, after high school, you need to get a job and you need to, all that stuff. It's like, no, keep on going, keep doing what you want to do. I really like pulled from, like, like I mentioned, it was an experience that happened to me. So I was like trying to really work with like what happened with me, but also try to like make a story out of it that's like not too much about like, oh, it's this is me in a sense. It's like, so I really kind of I was trying to navigate how to pull from within in a sense. It was very intimidating, emotionally draining at times, but mostly because I think I was just looking at a white screen. But um, it was it was definitely a process that I kind of just like I saw the situation that happened to me realistically, but then I realized how can I expand upon that a bit further? Like, what if it went this route? What if I was in this certain situation? What if this character and slowly evolving into like its own thing? What if this character was this person in this situation and whatnot, and just kind of like taking a dramatic twist on uh, a no real set experience. Brief kind of synopsis is about a boy named Carlos who needs to shave his facial unruly hair. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough money, and he cleans houses with his moms, and he ends up stealing a razor that ultimately ends in the deportation of his mother. I just really kind of got more reinvigorated with trusting my own process. Yeah, just you know, I feel like a lot of people in just when it comes to writing, they beat themselves down, trying to find the perfect line, trying to find the perfect word, or just whatever. But at the end, it's just like, just trust your process and, see it to completion, and it will be the most rewarding thing you ever do.